Hope he picks me up. He might say this is the perfect opportunity to get rid of me. Hi! We just took 94 west to Madison from the campground in Wisconsin. We've just been following 94 all the way down west. Here we go, folks. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. We had a detour off of I-94 west. It looped us around the side road on 26 Old Highway, and now we're going 12 west, heading to South Dakota.
For a short distance.
For a short distance.
Hopefully.
Then it's going to get us right back on the main highway. I hope we got it. We just stopped at that coolest rest stop. That was so neat. And we don't know actually where we're going to spend the night tonight. We are just winging it. We're heading towards South Dakota. We're in Minnesota right now from Wisconsin on 90 west. We'll see what happens. And it's some beautiful scenery. I don't want to drive through too much of it in the dark. Probably none of it in the dark because I want to see it. Alright. Good night, everybody. St. Paul's, a whole 709 people in Minnesota. Stopping using this Upside app that we just discovered to see if it's really going to start saving us some money. It's taking us to a lot of little places like Casey's, but so far we've saved like $24. I'm not mad at it. We've only done 2 receipts. But you're bypassing a lot of the big ones like Love's and Pilots, which I do miss because I like to impulse buy like the rest of the world.
But Love's took it yesterday.
Love's did take it yesterday where we were.
Turn right onto 2nd Street, then turn right.
Okay, tell them why we're coming off this exit.
Because our Upside app is not good for people really traveling and with big equipment because they're small gas stations, not a lot of options, not a lot of space. And now we got our gas for our 7-cent saving per gallon, and we are going to the next exit so the dogs can have a place to hopefully run to go to the bathroom and maybe to get some ice cream so he stops complaining about the Upside app. Any extra things you would like to add?
Nope.
Nope. He's
Not
good.
yet.
And now we decided, or he's decided, that we will not be using the Upside app unless we get to a place and we use the app and see if that place takes it or not. But we're not going to go to all these little mom and pops out of the way, which we like to support mom and pops. Not that Casey's is a mom and pop store.
And the gas is
$2.97.
$2.97, and we paid $3.07 for it.
No, we got it for $2.99.
With our savings.
With our savings from Upside in,
Yeah.
we went out of our way 2 miles, a mile there and a mile back.
Yeah. So here we came off Interstate 90 west. We just got into South Dakota.
396A.
396A. And we come down to Harbor Freight, grab a few things, and we're walking the dogs here next to this little canal. So a good little stop we made. Okay, we are in South Dakota on 90 west. And I know you guys know what's it by that sun, but we're staying at Fuel Mart. Nala found her spot. So yeah, let's see how this turned out. Got a good place for the dogs to run.
Look at me, I'm driving. I almost been sucked in by a semi. But like I said, this is totally false. I feel more comfortable driving this right now than I do John's truck, because the truck is so much bigger in the cab. It gives me the feeling of being bigger. This feels smaller to me, but I know it's not, and it's scary, and you gotta remember you can't drive it like a car. So as long as I'm going in a straight line, I should be okay. Anything other than that, I'm not comfortable with that yet. I don't know if I'd ever be comfortable with that, because I don't even know how you turn into things and not knock everything out. How do you make a corner? And also, we're in South Dakota, and it's speed limit's 80 miles an hour. I'm going 65, and I can't imagine getting this up to 80. It's driving really well, but I just feel like that would be insanity.
Their work zone is 65 miles an hour.
Yeah, I went through the work zone, and it got us down to 65 miles an hour. I'm like, no way. I had a big old line of cars that I'm sure was very mad at me, and I was going about 40. So we went to, was it Black Mountain, Kentucky, and it was a spare moment trip, and he said, let's go, and I said, okay, spare of the moment, here we go. And I started calling around and got a hold of a campground, and first of all, I don't know why, they asked us if we were married. I thought that was weird. Why do you ask somebody if they're married? And then they said they're giving us the honeymoon suite. And then we said, okay, great. And they asked for cash, and he immediately said, well, that's weird. And I'm like, okay, all right, we'll do cash. So we drive up to this place. It is nothing like expected. It was in bad shape. They had campers set up for cabins, and the campers had taken on so much water, the siding of the campers were all bowed out and moldy and gross. But we get to what was an actual supposable cabin, and it said our number, where they called us and told us that they would not be there to greet us because their daughter was having their first grandchild. But go ahead into, I don't remember what number it was, but go ahead and let yourself into, we'll just say cabin 2. Go ahead and let yourself into cabin 2. We'll get there and we'll settle up then. I said, great. So we get there, we both look around, there's a big cistern water tank in between these two cabins, like this massive, how big was that, like 500 gallons or something sitting between the two tanks. Hoses running everywhere, grass was piled around. I mean, this place was falling down. And then we both just stood at the front door, opened the door because they left it unlocked for us, just opened it up, and the smell of mold and gross just came out of there so disgustingly. Neither one of us walked in the room. You could see the entire room. You could see the bed. It was like a, one-room thing. It had a kitchen, a bed, and a bathroom. You could see the whole thing from standing at the door. And it had like an old 1950s bedspread on it. And the floor was gross. We just both looked at each other and said,
We're out.
We're out. Shut the door behind us, and I told John I'd rather sleep in the truck than stay there. And then we found an amazing place 2 miles down the road. The guy was actually having surgery that owned it. He told us the same thing, just let yourself into cabin whatever, and it was beautiful. Well maintained, very nice, great stay, $100 a night with a jacuzzi. I mean, it was just a totally different experience.
Yeah.
But that was our honeymoon suite. I mean, if you got married on a honeymoon like that, you might want to rethink. This is where he's putting me?
That was rough.
And it was the same money, $100. Both places were $100, and they were like 2 miles apart. Is that right?
Yeah, well, through the woods, probably 2 miles. But
Through the woods.
More.
Maybe 20 miles going around. Because we went there to Black Mountain to ride.
A buggy.
place we stayed, it was just a small 2-bedroom cabin, but it was perfect. It was only just him and I and 2 dogs at the time. But the guy only had that place for, I think, 2 or 3 nights, and we were gonna have to leave because it was totally booked. But then he said, oh, my dad also has a cabin here that he just occasionally rents out. He said, you guys are good. He's just like, if you want to move over to this cabin, we'll charge you the same amount of money, but we need this one back. And we're like, okay, sure. We were thinking it was going to be like, you know, a littler cabin or, you know, about the same or something. This thing was 2 stories, 6 bedrooms. It was massive for us. It was crazy. I could not believe he was just like, sure, the money will go right to my dad. He likes to make a couple bucks. Couldn't believe it. So yes, we've had bad and we've had good. We've just kind of rolled with it. So far this trip we've had pretty good.
There's Maverick. Maverick's riding on Jackson's head. Jackson's on the cushion. And yep, nope. And Nala's right there. She's right at the door.
You know, I guess if that window was open back there, I might be able to see out of it.
Check out Maverick.
Check out Maverick. Is he on Jax?
He is standing on Jax.
He's not your step stool, Maverick. It's really rude.
I think Jack's like it. He's like, man, that's one of the best packer rips out we had in a long time.
Look at that, guys. See that water? I'm just gonna park right there.
Yep, be a good spot.
Too far up. Okay, I did it.
You did it. Good job.
I'm actually
Wasn't bad,
thinking it
was it?
good. No. But I didn't really do anything but drive straight.
Well, that's a good start.